guys, welcome back to your very own channel, your commercial buddy. Today we are going to learn the chapter function, which is mathematics chapter, first unit of mathematics of 5th semester, BCom honors, Calcutta University. Okay, so function will constitute of 5 marks in the paper. Sorry, not 5, it will constitute of 8 marks in the paper function questions. And one more thing before I proceed. See, function here in our BCom syllabus is very, there are very basic concepts covered, right? So it is not worth explaining this whole thing, right? So we will first see what function means, right? A basic overview of function, and then we will directly proceed to the question part. Okay, by practicing more and more questions, you will ultimately be able to solve all the questions and so on, right? So what is function? Function, if we determine, if we try to understand, it would be like we have certain fruits, right? Suppose this is orange, this is some other fruit, or this, suppose this is watermelon, and this is papaya, and there are some other fruits, right? And here is a mixer grinder, right? Here is a mixer grinder. Now if we put this orange into this mixer grinder, then what will become out of it? We will get an orange juice, right? Orange juice. This orange got into this mixer grinder, and what came out of mixer grinder is orange juice. Similarly, if we put watermelon in this mixer grinder, then what will come out of it? Watermelon juice, right? Watermelon juice. Similarly, if we put this papaya into mixer grinder, then similarly papaya juice will come out of it, right? So this is what function is. This mixer grinder is the function, right? This mixer grinder is the function because it takes in some value and it spits out or pulls out or gives product to some or gives birth to some other value, right? So this is what function means. Then one more concept, suppose I put some stone, right? Some stone into this mixer grinder, then what will come out of it? Right, what will come out of it? Nothing will come out of it. Instead, our mixer grinder will break, right? Nothing. So this is it. Concept is like a mixer grinder where you have to put some relevant values so that you are able to bring out some relevant, you know, what it is, relevant values you are able to take out, right? So this is function. Okay, so this was our function concept. Next I am going to explain what is domain, right? So just like I told you that suppose this is fruit 1, this is fruit 2, this is fruit 3, these are stones, right? And this is our mixer grinder where you put all these fruits, or not all this, one by one, and the fruit you input, right? The fruit you give it input, it is the dependent factor of what will the juice be like, right? What the outcome juice be like. Similarly, if I put stone into this mixer grinder, then nothing will come out of it, right? So those values which on putting into function, the function is able to produce some new values, that those values are called range. No, not range, sorry, those values are called domain, right? those values are called domain. There is a more concept called range which is not in our syllabus, so I will not explain it. See, I will refer you a source. If you want to properly understand functions, please refer to Unacademy lectures of Samik Chincholikar. Even I myself understood from there, being a commerce student. He really explains it well. Okay, so without any further delay, let's get back to the practical questions. So our first question is, right, so basically we have to determine the domain of the following figure: 3x minus 7 by 4 minus x square whole root, right? So what we will have to obtain is that putting what value of x, this following figure, right, this following figure will result in a number. Okay, suppose I put 0 in place of x, see, then this figure will not result into a number. Why? Because oh no, I mean, if you put 2 in place of x, right, then you will see that this whole number, the denominator will be 0, right? Then, and we know that no real number can have denominator as 0, right? So similarly, we just see that what is the what is the domain of x. That means in which, between which values can x lie, so that the value of this whole thing will not be an irrelevant figure, right? So how we do it? See, the if I put solution here, numerator x can have any values. Numerator x can have any values. The best way of solving such questions is that you first detach numerator and denominator separately, right? So for numerator we have 3x minus 7, yes or no? And 3x minus 7, in restrictions what we have? Restrictions we have nothing, right? Restrictions we have no restriction. No restriction. Therefore, x can be anything. But for denominator x, we have the following restrictions. X cannot be 0, right? No, sorry, I mean 4 minus x square root not equals to 0. 4 minus x square root not equal, no, it should be greater than 0, right? Greater than 0, not smaller than 0. Why? Because it is under square root function. Okay, so it has to be greater than 0. Now what? Now we solve these inequalities, right? We will just basically solve these inequalities, and the product and the resultant figure is our answer. Okay, so basically 4 minus x square greater than 0, or 2 square minus x square greater than 0, or x square plus 2 square smaller than 0 implies that now x square plus 2 square, we know that it is formula of a plus b into a minus b. So a plus b into a minus b, considering x as a and 2 as b, right? So this whole figure is smaller than 0, right? So these are our two critical points we got, right? Now we plot a number line, and first we put these two critical points in the number line. first is plus 2, right? So that means x plus 2 equals to 0, then x plus 2 smaller than 0, right? So if x equals to 2, then it will become greater than 0, and we don't want that, right? So first for this plus 2 we put minus 2, and for this minus 2 we put plus 2, right? These are our two critical points, which are if which are equal to x, then we will get an irrelevant figure, right? Why? How? See here, if 4 minus x square equals to minus 2, then what will happen? 3x minus 7 by 4 minus 2 square, right? Suppose this is our figure, then 3x, 3 into minus 2 minus 7 by 4 minus 4, right? So minus 6 minus 7 by 0, right? Minus 6 minus 7 is minus 13 by 0, right? This is not a figure, right? This does not exist. This will result to infinity. So this figure does not exist, hence. And similarly, if you put plus 2 in place of minus 2, then the same result will occur, right? So this is why we will not put these two values in place of x, right? Next, what? Next, we put a wave in these through these two critical points, right? And starting of the wave we have plus sign, middle of the wave we have minus sign, and then again we have plus sign, and we want only uh, smaller than 0, right? So we want only minus signs. So minus sign, we know that it is minus 2 to plus 2, right? Minus 2 to plus 2. Excluding both, right? Excluding both. So basically our answer will be given by x belongs to any real number minus 2 and plus 2, right? So this is how our final answer will be given by, because if we put minus 2 and plus 2, then the value of this whole figure will be ruined, right? The next question that we are having is pretty simple one. See, the question reads like, if f of x equals log x, then show f of a plus f of b equals f of ab, right? So basically what we do in such cases is we put or replace x by ab, right, on both sides. So we have been given f of x equals to log x, or f of ab equals log ab, right? Then we know that log ab equals log a plus log b, right? So this proves our answer. Similarly, therefore, f of ab equals to f of a plus f of b, right? Proved. The next question that we have is, question number 3. If f of x equals 3x plus 5 by 5x plus 3, prove f of x into f of 1 by x equals to 1, right? So basically we have to put in place of this value we have to put this value, right? So f of x into f of 1 by x, right, equals 3x plus 5 by 5x plus 3 into 1 by 3x plus 5 by 5x plus 3. Now we can also write this like we can put this upside down, or we can directly cancel these two, right? So the left, whatever we do, the left over will be 1, right? The left over will be 1. This one was also a pretty simple question, right? These questions are actually given to us for allotting some extra marks, right? So that to make sure that students don't fail in this particular subject. Okay. So next we are going to solve this question, which is question number 4. Fx equals x into x minus p by x minus q, x minus p by q minus p plus x into x minus q by p minus q, where p not equals q, right? So we have to prove that fp plus f of q equals f of p plus q, right? So basically we have to put f of p plus q, right? So first we have to find what is f of p, right? So we have to put, in place of x we have to put p, right? So p into p minus p by q minus p plus p into p minus q by p minus q, right? Now this has become 0. So p into 0 by anything equals undefined. So it will only remain as p. And then I am slightly mistaken, because 0 by anything equals 0, right? 0 by anything equals 0, but anything by 0 is undefined. So this will become 0. P into 0 equals 0 plus p into p minus q by p minus q. This will become cancelled, and p into 1, right? So 0 plus p equals p, right? So f of p equals p. Now that we have proved it, now we will see what is the value of f of q, right? So similarly we will put q in place of x, q into q minus p by q minus p plus q into q minus q by p minus q, right? So q minus p get cancelled. Q plus q minus q becomes 0. So this q into 0 equals 0. So f of q equals q, right? So now that we have proved it, now f of p plus q equals fp plus fq, right? So here we see how to do this. Now what we will do, right? Now we have to prove this, right? So we will replace x again by p plus q, right? Now I am erasing this part. I will recommend you to note it down. Right, now we just figured out that f of p plus q, right? F of p equals p and f of q equals q. We just figured out that. Now in place of x, replacing x by p plus q, right? So f of p plus q equals, in place of x, p plus q, and p plus q minus p by q minus p, right? And then plus p plus q, p plus q minus q, p minus q, right? So this is our equation where what we do, plus p minus p gets cancelled and only q is left here, so p plus q into q by q minus p, and here uh, q got cancelled, so p plus q into p by p minus q, right? From here we can take p plus q as common, p plus q into q by q minus p plus p by p minus q or minus q minus p, minus q minus p, right? Now p plus q into q minus p by q minus p, right? If we do LCM, right, if we do LCM here, then q minus p and q minus p, it will remain q minus p, and q into, it will also become, right? So here is a minus sign, so this, in this denominator we have minus sign lacking, right? So this minus sign will become, go here, minus q plus p, right? Or p minus q by, sorry, minus q plus p or q minus p by q minus p. So this, the figure ultimately becomes like this, right? Q minus p will get cancelled, so ultimately we are come up with f of p plus q equals to p plus q, right? Right, yes or no? See, this p plus q, we figured out that f of p equals p and f of q equals q, right? So f of p plus f of q will just add these two, right? P plus q. Okay, so this solves our question. So the next question, or question number 5 that we have, is if f of x plus 3 equals 3x square minus 2x plus 5, find f of x minus 1, right? So we have been given this value. From here we have to find f of x minus 1. So for this, what we do first, right, since we have to find x minus 1 and we have been given x plus 3, so the best way to solve this problem is to replace x minus 4 on both sides, right? Implies that f of x plus 3 minus 4, right, or f of x minus 4 plus 3 equals 3 into x minus 4 whole square minus 2 into x minus 4 plus 5. Right. Next what we have is f of x minus 1 equals 3 into x minus 4 whole square. That means x square minus 2 into x into 4 plus 4 square. Right. Minus 2 into x minus 4 plus 5 equals, now we are working with this RHS only, 3x square minus 6, we are directly putting 24 here, 24x plus 16 minus 2x plus 8 plus 5, right? Similarly, what we have here is 3x will remain, 24x minus 2x becomes 26x, and 16 plus 8 is 26 minus 2, 24, and 24 plus 5 is 29, right? Oh, I forgot to multiply this 3 with 16 here. So 16 into 3 is 48. So 48 plus 8 plus 5 is 56 plus 5, 61, right? 61. So this is our answer. This is the value of f of x minus 1, right? So this is how we solve the problem. The next question that we have is question number 7. If f of x equals 1 minus x by 1 plus x, find f of 1 by x, right? So there is a double function case. In such cases, what we usually do is, we first of all we find the value of this value, and then we treat this value as x, right? So let me solve this, then we will able to understand. F of 1 by x, first we have to find this. So f of x equals this value. What is f of 1 by x? Simple to calculate. We just put 1 by x in place of x, right? So this becomes x minus 1, right? And this becomes x minus x plus 1, right? X plus 1 by x. This x and this x got cancelled, so we are left with x minus 1 by x plus 1, right? So this is the value of f of half x. Next, what we are going to do is, we treat this whole thing as x, right? So f of 1 by x, right, equals f of x minus 1 by x plus 1. Here I did a mistake, right? F of x, we have been given the value 1 minus x by 1 plus x, right? So f of x will be 1 minus, we know the value of x, right? Since we are treating this whole figure as x, right? So in place of x, we will treat it as x 1 minus x minus 1 by x plus 1, right? And here also 1 plus x minus 1 by x plus 1. Now we just have to calculate this. In numerator we have x plus 1 into x plus 1 minus x minus plus 1, right? And in the denominator we have x plus 1 by x plus 1 plus x minus 1. Now from here x minus 1 got cancelled. See here, minus x plus x got cancelled, and here minus 1 plus 1 got cancelled. So we are left with 2 by 2x or 1 by x, right? So this is the value of f of 1 by x, right? So therefore f of 1 by x equals 1 by x. This is our answer. Our next question is this: if f of x equals x minus 1 by x plus 1, show that f of x minus f of y by 1 plus fx fy equals x minus y by 1 plus xy, right? So let's see how we do this. Now see, we have f of x equals to x minus 1 by x plus 1. Similarly, f of y will be y minus 1 by y plus 1, right? Yes or no? Then what we'll do, we will simply put value of f of x in place of this and f of y in place of this, and we will get our answer, right? So x minus 1 by x plus 1 minus y minus 1 by y plus 1 by 1 plus x minus 1 by x plus 1 into y minus 1 by y plus 1, right? So now this value we have to simplify. In the numerator we have x plus 1 y plus 1 by x minus 1 into y plus 1 minus y minus 1 into x plus 1, right? Let's solve the numerator part first, right? We are solving only the numerator part, that is f of x minus f of y, right? So from here what we can see is we have to multiply this figure, right? So xy plus x minus y minus 1 minus xy minus x minus xy minus y plus x, sorry, it becomes minus x, and here is minus, common minus, so minus x minus 1, right, divided by x plus 1 y plus 1. Now this xy and xy got cancelled, this x and x also got cancelled, right? And we are left with minus 2y, see, minus 2y there was a little calculation mistake here. I am sorry for that. Uh, right. So up to this part it was like this, and so from here it was minus yx or minus xy minus y plus x plus 1, right? Plus 1. So from here many things will get cancelled other than this other than this x. So xy and yx are the same thing, so these two will get cancelled, and here this minus 1 and plus 1 will get cancelled. We are left with minus 2y and plus 2x, and in the denominator we have x plus 1 into y plus 1, right? Or in other words, we take 2 as common and x minus y by x plus 1 into y plus 1, right? We mark this as 1 because this is the product of numerator. Now we will see what denominator gives us, right? 1 plus fx into fy. So we know that f of x is x minus 1 into x plus 1, and f of y is y minus 1 into y plus 1, right? Then what we will do, we will multiply this whole thing, right? We will multiply this whole thing. So on multiplying it becomes somewhat like this: xy minus x minus y plus 1, right? And in the denominator it becomes xy plus x plus y plus 1, right? And whole plus 1, this whole thing plus 1. So from here we will get the total out of here, right? So in the denominator we have xy plus x plus y plus 1, and in the numerator we have xy minus x minus y plus 1, and in place of this one we will have this part, right? Plus xy plus x plus y plus 1, right? So this minus x and plus x will get cancelled. This minus y and plus y will also get cancelled. We are left with xy 2xy plus 2 by xy plus x plus y plus 1, right? This sum is a little bit calculation intensive, so just do the calculations carefully and you will have 4 or 5 marks in your hand, right? Now this part can be categorized in 2 can be taken common, and xy plus 1 by, and see, this xy plus x plus y plus 1, right? So this is the formula of if we take xy common from this, we will get no, not xy. If we can take x plus 1 common from this, so we will get, right, x plus 1, so we will get x plus 1 if taken common from xy, this whole thing we will get y plus 1, right, y plus 1. Question that we are going to solve is, if f of x equals x square minus x, then prove that f of y plus 1 equals f of minus y, right? So basically we are being given that f of x equals x square minus x, then similarly f of y would be what? Y square minus y, right? Similarly f of y plus 1 would be what? F of y plus 1 whole square minus y plus 1, right, equals y square plus 2 into y into 1 plus 1 square minus y minus 1, right, equals y square plus 2y minus y, and this plus 1 square is 1 and this 1 will get cancelled, so this is what? Y square plus y, right? And here we can see that f of y is y square minus y, right? Therefore f of minus y will be what? Equals minus of this whole thing, y square minus y, right, equals minus y square plus y. And you know that we know that minus of any square will be plus, right? So minus into minus, it will get plus, so this minus sign will ultimately get cancelled, so f of minus y equals y square plus y. So here from that, if we mark this as 1 and this as 2, then from 1 and 2 we see that f of minus y equals f of y plus 1, right? Proved. Right, so this was our question. The next question is f of x, question number 11, f of x equals ax plus b by bx plus a. Prove f of x into f of 1 by x equals 1, right? So this similar one question similar to this kind of question we have done earlier, but still I am doing it, right? So it will be somewhat like this. We just have to bring it into this form. So bringing it into this form will be somewhat like this: bx plus a into 1 by ax plus b by bx plus a, right? So this will get cancelled and 1 will be left, right? One line question, one line answer. Next question is question number 12, that is, if f of x plus 3 equals 3x square minus 2x plus 1, find f of x minus 1, right? So we also did similar kind of questions earlier. So how can we convert this f of x plus 3 into f of x minus 1, right? Replacing x minus 4 by both sides, right? Both sides, replacing x with, right? So this x we are replacing it with f of x minus 4, right? Plus 3 equals 3 of x minus 4 square minus 2 x minus 4 plus 1, right? So this side it becomes f of x minus 1 equals 3 into x square minus 2 into x into 4 plus 4 square, right? Minus 2x minus 2, sorry, minus, I am not opening the bracket right now, minus 2 x minus 4 plus 1. Now we are working with RHS only, so opening the bracket it would be 3x square minus 6x, sorry, minus 3 into 2 into 4, 24x plus 16 into 3 is 48 minus 2x plus 8 plus 1, right? So it will be 3x square minus 26x, 48 plus 8 is 56 plus 1 is 57, right? Plus 57. So this is our answer. Okay. The next question that we have is a very interesting one indeed. Question number 13. If f of x equals b into x minus a by b minus a plus a into x minus b by a minus b, show that f of a plus b equals f of a plus f of b, right? So how we solve this type of question is that first we find the value of f of a, right? So f of a will be b into a minus a by b minus a plus a into a minus b by a minus b, right? This type of question also I have shown you. This will be a minus a 0, so b into this whole figure will become 0 plus a into this will get cancelled, so a into 1, a 0 plus a, so f of a is a, right? Then f of b similarly will be b into b minus a by b minus a plus a into b minus b by a minus b, right? Similarly this will get cancelled, so it will be only left with b, and this b minus b 0, so this whole figure will be 0, so b plus 0 is b, so f of b equals b, right? Now next what we do, f of a plus we find value of f of a plus b, right? F of a plus b equals b into b minus, sorry, b into a plus b minus a by b minus a. One more thing from here we can see that f of a plus f of b equals to a plus b, right? A plus b. Now from this part we can see that plus a into, we just replace a plus b in place of this x, right? A plus b minus b, a minus b here plus a minus a, and here plus b minus b got cancelled, so b into b by b minus a plus a into a by a minus b, right? So here it will become b square minus a, I am putting it directly, and here it is a square by a minus b, right? So if we put the LCM, right? This is a minus b, it is nothing but b minus a, and this whole thing put a minus, right? So LCM will be ultimately b minus a, right? Minus b minus a, and here it will come a minus sign, right? Minus b square plus a square, and you know that b minus b square means ultimately plus b square, right? So I am removing this minus sign, b square plus a square by or rather I am keeping this minus sign, right? So it will become a square minus b square by a minus b, right? So note down up to here because I am erasing this due to lack of space. One more step I am doing it here only. So this will become a plus b into a minus b, right? A plus b into a minus b by a minus b. So this a minus b got cancelled. From here I am doing it from here. So it is left with a plus b, right? And ultimately we were going to find the value of this f of a plus b, right? So we figured out that f of a plus b equals a plus b. Okay. So that's it. Now we have proved that f of a plus b is also a plus b, and f of a plus f of b equals to a plus b, right? So if I term this as 1 and this as 2, from 1 and 2 proved, right? What we were required to prove, we have proved it, right? In the next question, that is question number 15, we have to find the domain of this following figure, right? So in order to find the domain of the following figure, we have to find the points where points of 0 or in other words the critical points of both numerator as well as denominator, right? So in numerator we have 2x square minus 7x plus 6, where x can take any value, right? In the numerator x can take any value, it has no restriction on numerator. But in case of denominator, the value of x cannot be, the value cannot be 0, right? So we have the x cannot be such values which will make the whole figure 0, right? Because this denominator figure cannot be 0, not equals to 0, cannot be 0. So what we will do, first we will find out the roots or zeros of this equation, right? This is a quadratic equation. So 3x squared minus, suppose I am breaking this 7x in 6x minus x plus 2. Then we have 3. If we take 3x as common, 3x x minus 2, and from here we take minus 1 as common, x minus 2. So we were left with 3x minus 1 and x minus 2. So these are the two zeros, right? One zero is x equals to 1 by 3 and another 0 is x equals to 2. If x has these two values, then the value of numerator will become 0, right? So x cannot have these two values. We plot a number line and we put these 2 points, right? 1 by 3 and 2, and put a hollow circle in these 2 points. From here it is positive, from here it is negative, and from here it is again positive, right? But we do not have any problem if the value of the denominator is negative, right? Since it has no square root function, we do not have any problem if the value of denominator is negative, but we have a problem if the value becomes 0, right? Because denominator cannot be 0, so we will only exclude these 2 points. So basically our answer is x belongs to any real number less 1/3 and 2, right? We put open brackets in this open bracket intervals in these 2 numbers, right? Because on these 2 are not included, right? These 2 are only not included. X belongs to any real number less 1/3 and 2. Okay. Next we are going to solve this question, right? Question number 16, which says if f of x equals x plus 2 and g of x equals x square minus 4 by x minus 2, when f of x equals g of x, right? So basically we have to find a solution for x so that f of x equals g of x, right? And the best way to do this is to make both of them 0, right? So if let's check if we can make them 0, right? When f of x equals to 0, when x equals minus 2, right? X equals minus 2, f of x equals 0. And similarly when g of x equals 0, let's see if minus 2 works in case of gs or not. If we put here minus 2 square minus 4 by minus 2, right? So it will become minus 2 square is 4 minus 4 by minus 4, right? So it becomes 0 by minus 4 equals 0. So we see that when x equals to minus 2, f of x equals g of x, right? So hence we got our answer, which is minus 2, right? Which is minus 2. We are going to find out the domain of this value of f of x, which is x by root over x minus 1, right? So we have solved this kind of question plenty of time before in this video only, and I am doing it again. So basically in numerator x can have any values, right? Numerator x can have any values, but we got some restrictions in case of denominator, because x minus 1 can neither be 0 nor x minus 1 can be negative, right? So x minus 1 has to be greater than 0 because it is under square root function, right? It is in denominator as well as it is in square root function. So x minus 1, the value of x minus 1 has to be greater than 0, or value of x has to be greater than 1, right? So we put this 1 into number line and we put this as hallmark, because if x equals to 1, then this whole value will be, then the denominator will be 0, right? And we don't want 0. So basically all the values exceeding 1 are accepted, right? So any real number, value of x will include any real number greater than 1, right? Any real number greater than 1. Okay, so this is it. Or we can also write like this: x belongs to 1 to infinity, right? Both open bracket interval. Next we are going to solve question number 18. Let me read it out first. So f of x equals 2x square minus 3x plus 4. For what value of x is 2f of x equals f 2x, right? So first we have to find the value of both 2f of x and f 2x, right? So 2f of x equals, now how will we find the value of 2f of x, right? So basically we have to put 2 in this in bracket for x square, right? You know, 2 into 2x square minus 2 into 3x plus 8, right? So in other words, if we put, we will have to put 2 outside the bracket and this whole value 2x square minus 3x plus 4, right, equals 4x square minus 6x plus 8, 4 into 2, right, not 4 into 4. So this is the value of 2f of x. Now we will find the value of f of 2x, right? So similar, just like what we did, we are going to individually multiply 2 with each of x, right? So 2 into 2x square, right, 2x square minus 3 into 2x plus 4, right? 4 will, because since 4 has no value, no coefficient of x, so 4 will remain 4, right? So this becomes 2 into 2 4, and 2x square into 2 is 8x square, right? 8x square. See, why is it so? Because this 2 is gone outside, and we are only adding, or sorry, we are only multiplying 2 with the individual coefficients of 2, right? So this 2 is this 2, right? This 2 is this 2, and this 2 is this 2. I hope I am able to make it clear. So 2x square is, right, 2x square is the, and this square will go outside, right? So 2x whole square. So it becomes, when we open this bracket only, it becomes 2 into 4x square, right? Because we have to square this 2 as well, right? And then 3 into 2x is 6x, and this 4 remains 4, so it becomes 8x square minus 6x plus 4, right? Now we will see of at, we will just equate these two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, right? So 4x square minus 6x plus 8 equals 8x square minus 6x plus 4, right? So here we can see that 6x and 6x will get cancelled. So this 4 and this 8 and this 4 will get cancelled, and only 4 will remain. So, and this 4, basically we subtract these two, right? 8x square minus 4x square plus 8 minus 4. So it equals 0. So 8x square minus 4x square is 4x square, and plus 8 minus 4 becomes what? Plus 4 equals 0. What? 4x square equals minus 4, or this will get cancelled. So x square equals plus minus 1, right? X square equals 1. So x equals root over 1, and root over 1 is plus minus 1, right? So this is our answer. When x equals to plus minus 1, then we will have 2f of x and f2 of x equal. We are going to solve this problem, question number 19, where we have to find the domain of x by x square minus 9, right? So in order to find the domain, we know that numerator x can have any values, but x square minus 9 cannot be 0, right? So x square minus 9 have a restriction that it cannot be 0, or x square minus 3 square not equals to 0, or x plus 3 into x minus 3 not equals 0, right? So we will plot these two values, right, plus 3 and minus 3, and we will put a hollow circle in these two. So in, except for these two values, x can have any values, right? So this side is plus, this side is minus, and this side is plus. So we will write like this: x belongs to any real number less 3 plus 3 and minus 3, right? So this is our answer for domain. Next question is question number 21, which says f of x equals x minus 9 and g of x is x plus 9. So we have to show that f of x whole square minus g of x whole square equals 2a bracket open f of x plus g of x bracket close, right? So in order to solve this problem, we will individually find out the value of each of these values, right? So first we find the value of f of x whole square, f of x whole square, right? So x minus 9 whole square we have to find, which is x square minus 2 into x into 9 plus 9 square equals x square minus 18x plus 81, right? Okay, wait a second. This was my mistake. This was actually a, not 9. So x plus a, right? So this is a. My mistake. So this will become ultimately x square minus 2ax plus a square, right? So this is value f of x whole square. Now we will find f of g whole square equals x plus a whole square, which is x square plus 2 into x into a plus a square equals x square plus 2ax plus a square. Now that we have find out the value of f of x whole square and f of g whole square, we will find the value of this value, right? So 2a bracket f of x plus g of x equals 2a into x square minus 2ax plus a square, sorry, f of x is x minus a, right? X minus a plus x plus a. So opening the bracket, it would be somewhat like this: 2ax minus 2a square plus 2ax plus 2a square, right? So here only minus 2a square plus 2a square will get cancelled. So we will be left with 2ax plus 2ax or 4ax, right? 4ax. Now we will find the value of f of x whole square minus g of x whole square, that is x square minus 2ax plus a square minus x square plus 2ax plus a plus a square, right? Now what will happen if we open the brackets? x square and x square will get cancelled, plus 2x get cancelled. Oh, okay, no, plus 2x will not get cancelled because it is in minus, right? Here it is in whole minus and this is in plus, so plus minus will get minus 2ax. So basically we will, and these two will definitely get cancelled, so we will be left with here also minus 2ax equals to minus 4ax, right? Okay, so we see that this value f of x whole square minus g of x whole square equals 2a bracket open f of x plus g of x, right? So hence proved, because both are 4ax, right? Next we are going to find the value of gx for value of g 2.5x, right? So we have to find this value and we have been given that f of x equals 2x plus 1 by 2x square plus 1 and gx is 2f2x, right? So first we find the value of g of x, which is it will actually be like this 2f2x, right? So plus 1 by 2 into 2x square plus 1, right? So it will be somewhat like this. Here it will be 8x plus 2 by 8x square plus 1, right? So this is the value of g of x. Now we have to find g 2.5, right? g 2.5. So just in place of x we replace 2.5, so 8 into 2.5 plus 2 by 8 into 2.5 square plus 1, right? So it becomes 8 into 2.5 is 20 plus 2 by, here also 2.5 into 2.5 square is 625, right? So 6.25, isn't it? Let me check. 2.5 25 6.25, right? 6.25. So two point five square is 6.25 and 6.25 into 8 is 50, right? 6.25 into 8 is 50, right? 50. So 50 plus 1, it becomes 22 by 51, and this is our answer, right?